Hello and welcome to eTrailers demonstrating to you the differences between a 4-inch PCD hub and a 100mm PCD hub. Now both of these hubs are unbraked and you can fit them onto a standard suspension unit that looks like this. This is a 350 kilogram suspension unit, and you can also fit the same hubs onto a 1-inch stub axle, the same as this one. That's a 1-inch shaft, and the suspension unit also has a 1-inch shaft. Now the actual hubs are quite clearly different. The first difference you'll notice on the 4-inch PCD hub, and PCD stands for pitch circle diameter, is that it's got a grease nipple actually fitted onto the side of the hub. Hopefully you can see that. Now, the grease nipple is only ever present on a 4-inch PCD hub. On the 4-inch PCD hub, the distance between the studs diagonally is where you find your 4 inches. So that's straight across there, which is 4 inches stud to stud diagonally across through the center. And also these studs are actually measuring in at M10. So they're about a centimeter, which is 3/8 of an inch in diameter. The second hub is the 100mm PCD hub, which is this one here. Which is, as you can see, it does look very similar. The studs themselves, though, are actually a little bit wider. They measure in at 12mm, 1.2 centimeters. And also, the difference here is, hence the name, it's 100 millimeters from one stud diagonally through the center hole to the stud on the other side. All right, now these two particular hubs use the same bearings, and both hubs will fit onto the 1-inch shaft. Now there's a set of bearings that will fit both of these hubs. The bearing that goes in the rear is this one, which is the L44643. You turn the hub over, it drops straight in there, and the rubber seal pushes it in nicely. And then the 44643 bearing just drops in the front. And then both of these hubs take exactly the same bearings, as you'll see there in the 4-inch hub, bearings in. Now, the other thing that is quite easy to spot when you're looking to decide on what hub you need to fit the wheels, this one is a standard 8-inch rim that's used on the 100mm hub. Now, the crucial thing here really is that these rims have a center hole that is never any bigger than about 61mm. And if you place your tape across there, you'll see that that actually measures about 61mm. It's never any bigger than that. There is no cutout in the center hole for a grease nipple because the 100mm hub doesn't have a grease nipple. These stud holes themselves, they take an M12 stud on the hub, so the actual stud hole is going to be slightly bigger, and it'll probably measure in around 1.3 centimeters, 13 millimeters. Now, the big difference is quite obvious on the 4-inch PCD rim. Now, this one here is an 8-inch rim, and you'll see quite clearly that just there, instead of there being a completely round hole, there's a cutout just there, and that takes the grease nipple, which is on the hub that I've showed you already, the 4-inch hub, and you slot it in just like that. And you can see quite clearly there, the grease nipple comes through the slot in the center hole. And the center hole, as I said, it measures 67 millimeters, 66 possibly. But if ever you've got the grease nipple on the hub, just there, or you've got a grease nipple cutout in the rim there, then that is always going to be a 4-inch PCD. Now, it does occasionally follow that the rim that you've got does not actually have a cutout to take the grease nipple, and it may be that the hub doesn't have a grease nipple on it. So what you need to do then is, as I said earlier, get your tape measure and measure the center hole, and you're looking to see what the center hole comes out at. Now, on the 4-inch PCD hub, sometimes they are old style Austin Mini hubs that are used, and they don't have a grease nipple, and the wheel, the old Austin Mini wheels, have a center hole of about 67mm, and of course, because the Mini wheel doesn't have a grease nipple cutout, there won't be a cutout on the center hole itself. So I hope that helps you to understand the difference between the two hubs. It's quite difficult sometimes if you're not used to it, but we're always here to help. So email us at sales@e-trailers.co.uk, or you can call us anytime on 01566 880 228. Or, of course, if you're not inside the United Kingdom, you can call us on +44 1566 880 228, and we'll be very pleased to help you out. Thank you for your time.